Welcome one and all to the Batman vs. Spider-Man Cinematic 3-on-3. Today we have a 3-on-3 between the Batman actors versus the Spider-Man actors. For Team Batman, we have the likes of Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, and Robert Pattinson, versus Team Spider-Man, which includes Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. I'm your host, Animation Rewind, and let's introduce Cartoon Fight Club's next round of fighters.
No.
Let's start the analysis off with Christian Bale Batman. Like all the other Batman, Christian Bale is a billionaire playboy from Gotham City and watched his parents die when he was only 8 years old. And don't worry, I'm not going to run down the same tragic origin story for all three Batmen. Anyway, he spends his adult life as the one and only Batman and is trained with the League of Shadows to perfect both his martial art and detective skills. Christian is a master at both armed and unarmed martial arts, stealth, and has a ton of gadgets in his arsenal such as flashbangs, batarangs, and explosives. He also has a few devices to increase his defense, such as some sort of electricity field which activates when someone attempts to remove his mask, and an ear radio that allows him to listen into whatever conversation he wants, periscope with night vision, and a special device that can amplify his strength considerably. Christian's armor is pretty good because he doesn't wear hockey pads. He is capable of resisting an electric shock from tasers, as well as powerful attacks from Bane, who is strong enough to effortlessly smash through several stone pillars. He's fast enough, or maybe lucky enough, to dodge bullets, and can even react quickly while gliding in his cape. However, while his armor is durable and can tank many wall level plus attacks, it can't protect him from everything, as he was severely crippled after falling off a large building, and a sharp enough blade can stab through the armor, but it depends because he has a heavier suit or a lighter suit depending on the mission. In the Batman Begins movie, he wore a heavy suit. He chose a lighter one in the second film. Easily the most powerful weapon in Christian Bale's arsenal is the Batpod, which is also known as the Tumbler. The Tumbler is like an armed up Batmobile. In a way, at least, since it possesses many of the same gadgets the Batmobile would have. It can fire missiles, camouflage itself with stealth mode, and can even self-destruct if Christian ever has to come to that conclusion. He also has a machine known as the Bat, which is like a flying tumbler. Next up, we have Ben Affleck, essentially the MCU equivalent of Batman. Well, maybe not really. However, Ben has been doing the whole Batman shtick for a long time. In fact, he was stopping crimes in Gotham City for a whole decade right before he even has a very controversial view of Superman, but that paranoia allowed him to build a suit that enhances his physical strength that could even harm Superman if in 20 pounds of force. However, one notable thing about his battle with Superman is that Superman and his Batwing and Batmobile are equipped with heavily anti-tank style missiles. But unlike most of the other Batmen, Ben's mental state can be considered questionable as he suffers from paranoia and extreme anger. And last but not least, we have Robert Pattinson. Robert is an expert martial artist and has mastered all different types of martial arts. He can try to fly with his Batsuit, or fall with style, maybe glide if you want to be more technical. He has a pair of lenses that can scan any individual he wants for their identity. He's also equipped with a taser, a flare, and explosives. His Batmobile is capable of traveling at subsonic speeds and was left completely undamaged after it was caught in a large oil explosion, and it wasn't even phased when it ran straight into a large concrete pipe. However, this is nothing compared to what is easily the best thing in his arsenal, and that's his bulletproof body armor. His suit, pound for pound, might be the most bulletproof. This guy can tank straight up shotgun blasts like nothing. And his most controversial ability is his adrenaline syringe. The other Batmen were fighting drug dealers. This one takes drugs to fight thugs. When injecting himself with this syringe, Robert is filled with nothing but rage and goes completely berserk. While this does increase Robert's adrenaline, anger, and strength, it does come at a cost, as he no longer fights like a tactical martial artist, instead as a pure bruiser who knows nothing but raw anger. While this does hinder Robert mentally, it does wonders for him physically, as he beat the absolute heck out of a thug and can feel absolutely no pain at all. However, Robert does tend to use the adrenaline boost as a last resort, as he only used it because he was incredibly injured and barely able to stand up.
No.
Now that the three Batmen have been covered, it's time to discuss the Spider-Man. Of course, Tobey, Tom, and Andrew fought each other in Cartoon Fight Club before. There's a little more new information that we haven't talked since that episode. Don't be surprised if this side of the analysis is shorter than the Batman analysis. If you want a full rundown of these three actors, you can go check out the live-action Battle Royale. With that in mind, let's start with Tobey Maguire. Tobey was the first live-action Spider-Man actor starring in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Everyone knows that Tobey is the best Spider-Man out of the three because he's the only one with the most meme potential, and you can't argue that, and if you can, you're just blind and unappreciative of the glorious memes that all three Sam Raimi films provide. Okay, in all seriousness, you're probably more interested in what makes Tobey so unique of the three Spider-Men. Well, for starters, he's the only Spider-Man out of the three that has natural webbing, meaning he doesn't have to worry about running out of web like Tom and Andrew do, since Tom and Andrew use artificial web, but Tobey uses natural web. Now, of course, that doesn't mean he has infinite web, but even if he does run out, Tobey's body can naturally create more, whereas if Andrew and Tom run out, they would need to get more manually. Tobey is also the oldest of the three, meaning he definitely has the most experience as Spider-Man. He's fought many different villains, ranging from Green Goblin, New Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman, and of course Venom. He's also definitely the most physically strong of the three of them, as he was able to stop a speeding train with physical strength alone, and he only gets stronger when he dons the black suit, aka the symbiote. However, this does come at a price, as Tobey will act more irrational, affecting his attitude and behavior. Moving on, let's discuss Andrew Garfield, the one many consider to be the black sheep of this trio. That is until the No Way Home film came out and gave Andrew more screen time and character development, turning him into one of the most underrated Spider-Man of the three. As stated before, Andrew uses artificial web, meaning he has to be careful with how much of it he uses during battle, because if he does run out, then he can only rely on his agility and spider sense. He's also pretty fast, maybe not the fastest of the three Spider-Men, but definitely fast enough to make catching up to him quite a chore. He was fast enough to dodge lightning attacks from Electro and keep up with him. Andrew also has the best regeneration of the three Spider-Men. Andrew can definitely regenerate his body tissue faster than Tom and Tobey can, as it only took a few hours for incredibly serious wounds to heal for Andrew, whereas Tom and Tobey seem to take a few days to heal from serious injuries of their own. A few of Andrew's weaknesses include the fact that he's definitely the least experienced out of the three of them. Sure, he has his fair share of battles, but he said so himself. He hasn't fought an alien before, where Tobey and Tom have. And of course, Andrew also may have some serious PTSD from not being able to save his girlfriend Gwen, though he did save Tom's girlfriend, so maybe those wounds have healed. And last but not least, we have the youngest Spider-Man of the three, Tom Holland. Though despite being the youngest, you can easily argue he's the most traveled. Sure, Tobey might be the oldest, but Tom has been across planets. He also has tons of technology on his side, thanks to Tony Stark. Tom has many different types of suits, from his base suit, the Iron Spider suit, and even a specialized suit that allows him to shoot very similar portals that Doctor Strange can create. The Iron Spider suit grants Tom with extra armor that protects him from powerful attacks, as seen when he took on full-on punches from Thanos, and was even fast enough to land attacks on the purple version of Shrek. And yes, all three Spider-Men are definitely intelligent in their own right, but Tom takes the cake in intelligence. His most notable skill is geometry, and you might be wondering, how is that useful? Well, Tom was able to use geometry to fight Doctor Strange in the mirror dimension. We would all expect a fight between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange to end in Strange's favor, but thanks to Tom's skill in geometry, he was able to calculate the mirror dimension and use it against Strange, effectively trapping him. Sure, Strange is technically more powerful than Tom, but thanks to Tom's incredible intelligence, showing if he does put his mind to it, he can beat or at least trap foes more powerful than him. And with all that being said, you could also argue he's the most emotionally immature. Tom still has a lot to learn and can make mistakes, which is why he needed guidance from Tobey Maguire to be the bigger man in his battle against the Green Goblin.
And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle will take place on Earth, and remember, there is no prep time. Let the battle begin!
I found a security camera view of Falcone, Master Bruce. I'll mark the nearest entrance point on your radar, sir. Careful. Approach. You can't believe in this.
Just doing my job.
Ready? Rumble!
I found my weakness in small knives.
Breathe it in. That's fear.
I'm just getting warmed up. I don't lose, especially now. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just fighting the good fight. Anybody ever tell you your mom or anything funny?
He's close.
I bet that hurt you a lot more than it did me.
You're one of Falcone's men. What's he doing?
I'll take care of it. No problem.
I still can't attack them directly. I'll need a way around.
Yeah, it's not that easy, trust me. Guys, look, I'd love to keep this up, but I've only got one job here today, and I gotta impress Mr. Stark, so I'm really sorry.
Thanks for the tip. What, you have to make it worse by being rude?
This isn't the plan.
Poor loser. I'm trying to do my part. Oh, no thanks for anything necessary. Hey, I have a reputation to uphold.
Do you bleed?
That's just the kind of thing I'm here for.
You will. They look busy. I'm here. He isn't, and I'm worse. What's he doing?
Those rings carbon fiber? That would explain the rigidity-flexibility ratio, which, gotta say, that's all. I don't do something.
Keep talking.
I'm Spider-Man, man. Are you serious? You have the right to remain silent!
I'm gonna need more than that.
Do I know you?
You will.
What did you just say? You can't trick me anymore.
Oh, God.
You lied to me. Well, I could have stuck the landing a little better. It's just a new suit.
Hopefully you enjoyed that animation, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's Gabriel M. Also super huge thanks to your boy Mecha for providing the post and pre-analysis script for this episode. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. And the winner is Team Spiderman, and this is kind of a stomp, but of course it's not actually super predictable either. Team Batman definitely have more tactical team of fighters, but honestly, that's all they kind of got going for them. If it was Christian, Ben, and Robert against just Tobey and Andrew, then Team Batman may have actually been able to win. But Tom's technology puts all three of Batman's technology to shame. Karen's AI can easily scan the three members of Team Batman and then help Tom figure out a way to disable their technology. And Tom can easily help Tobey and Andrew figure out ways to defeat the team of Bats, especially since they already have experience as a team, and these three Batmen don't even know of each other's existence. Tobey, Andrew, and Tom have all fought together in Tom's latest movie, and Christian, Ben, and Robert have yet to have a movie where all three of them come together in a multiversal fight of the ages. Team Spider-Man is also easily the faster team. All three of them can scale to each other due to fighting together and can dodge electricity blasts from Electro, which is easily more impressive than any of Team Batman's feats of maybe dodging bullets or just being super lucky when people fire at them. And on foot, it's clear that they are much slower. So you have one team who has never worked together their entire life, and can maybe go at Mach 2 at best, which is a major highball, against another team who has actual experience working together and fast enough to dodge electricity blasts, which would make them all massively hypersonic. You tell me who's going to win that fight. Now, there is one thing I would like to point out before we wrap things up. Yes, thanks to the end of No Way Home, it's highly likely that Tom lost all his technology from his Iron Spider suit, and all those other special technological suits that basically made him Iron Man Jr. And this would mean that Tom is now much weaker since he doesn't have access to this technology we're all used to. We haven't actually seen him do anything this more down to earth yet, so I don't think it's fair to give Tom all the technology he's gained in the last few adventures. This still gives him access to the Iron Spider suit, insta-kill, which Tom, if he was very bloodlusted to do so, he could drone strike Christian Bale, Ben, and Robert and end the fight super quickly. All in all, Team Batman just doesn't have the arsenal to compete with Team Spider-Man. They lack the technology to counter Tom's Iron Spider suit, they lack the strength of Tobey, and even aren't fast enough to catch the weakest member of the team, Andrew. They're all just too slow and clearly inexperienced at working together as a team, while Tobey, Andrew, and Tom make a great team, making the winner of this battle Team Spider-Man. But we all know there's more than just 3 different types of Batman and Spider-Man, so if you want to see a Batman versus Spider-Man multiverse total war, all you have to do is like this video, and if this video hits 5,000 likes, such a total war will be put into production. Don't forget to comment down your own ideas, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed.
No